Hello, my beautiful Gemini. How are you doing today? My name is Simply Velka, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope messages. So if you find any cards that resonate with you in this weekly reading today for August 23rd to the 29th, my beautiful Gemini, let me know in the comments below which cards resonate and how they do, because that's how I keep up with y'all. Also, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, Gemini, or you just enjoy my vibes, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate when you guys do that extra step to support me. Remember though, put this in perspective, my beautiful Gemini. I'm just a tarot man. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you today. I'm just here to give you some food for thought, a perspective for you to be considering today. Never making choices in your life because it's your life to live, Gemini, not mine and not these tarot cards, honey. So all that being said, let's just jump into your weekly tarot messages. Gemini, let's see what's going on for y'all. If you haven't already, Gemini, I did your monthly August reading, which I'll leave a link to over here, along with your last week's tarot reading as well for you to check up on and refresh your memory. But let's get into this, darling. Let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, today. Starting out with some heavy energy, darling. We have the Five of Pentacles coming forward. We have the Nine of Swords stepping forward as well, Gemini. And then we have the Three of Cups coming in here, Gemini. So my babies are feeling left out, Gemini. You're feeling left out. There's something in your life. There's whatever your objective is, whether it's in your environment, living environment, or in your work environment, Gemini, or even just in a friend group, right? It just feels like you don't belong somewhere, right? It feels as if you have feelings of not belonging, and this has been weighing heavy on you, right? Nine of Swords, that's the card of sleepless nights, it's card of anxiety, Gemini. So it just feels like a lot of struggle for you guys. You know, it's this Five of Pentacles, it's kind of this sense of being left out in the cold, obviously, right? But it's more so, I feel like this is giving me more so just outcast energy. It feels almost as if, Gemini, you are just getting feelings of where you don't belong in an environment anymore. Even some of you guys, I know this is going to be like a little bit of a morbid message, but I mean, we're all adults here, darling, and plus, we all have these feelings at times, right? So there's no reason acting as if it's taboo or abnormal, but it does feel as if right now, Gemini, you feel like you don't have a place in the world, like you're seeking purpose, right? You're trying to find your place of where you feel like you belong, and I feel like that's kind of what you're craving right now. It's just finding a place that you feel as if you belong, a place that you feel wanted, a place where it's like reciprocal energy, right? And it just feels like that's a struggle for you, right? For some reason, you are just in this area of just not feeling like you belong. Now, I do have questions here, Gemini. I want to know real quick. I'm going to pull a card from a different deck just to see if this is because of something or if this is just like a general feeling on things, Gemini. Magician card in the reverse. So I would take this more so as like, I almost want to say, Gemini, I feel like you're internalizing things. Like you're putting the blame on yourself when I don't feel like that's where blame should be, if there should even be blame happening, right? It feels almost as if, Gemini, you're telling yourself and being like, oh, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Why am I like the weird one? Why am I always the one that's left out from the crowd, right? And it feels like you're internalizing this, and obviously that bums me out, Gemini, because it's like, girl, no. Like, sometimes energies don't match up. Sometimes we just go into situations and thinking it's going to be really good for us with all the highest intentions, as you should have with anything, right? Anything that you do, Gemini, you should always, like, be extremely hopeful for it, because why even bother doing it if you're not being hopeful about it? You're not being silly. You're not being unrealistic, right? You just want to find your purpose. You want to find your place where you belong, Gemini. So don't feel bad about that. I just want to say, it's just like you're not doing any, like, stop blaming yourself if you are, Gemini, basically. So let's continue on with this spread. Ace of Pentacles coming in here under your Five of Pentacles. Hanged Man. This card tried to come out repeatedly, so I do definitely feel as if something really changed up in your life, Gemini. Could even be the situation where now you randomly feel like you're outcasted, right? At one point, you probably were looking like this, right? Were celebrating, were with people that you care about, right? In an environment that you seem really happy. It's a celebratory card, obviously, right? Something changed up, though. And then the Page of Pentacles coming in here. So, Gemini, I like this a lot for you. I do feel as if communication is going to be coming in from some outside source. Now, because this is under the Three of Cups, this could lead to me, whatever you're feeling outcasted about, something new is going to be coming into light, right? Something's going to be changing up the storyline, the narrative of what's going on for you, right? And it's through this drastic change, Hanged Man. You know, I always like to point out with the Hanged Man, not a lot of tarot readers will talk about this, and most people don't even notice it, I suppose. But with the Hanged Man, right, it's through committing to whatever it is that you're doing, right, seeing it all the way through, you have a change in perspective, right? And then this change of perspective, there's the sun here, right? When you think about the sun, what does the sun represent? It's the best card in the tarot deck. And spoiler alert, if you don't know what the sun represents, which is fine, you don't have to, darling, that's my job, right? That's why you're watching me, not doing your own cards. With the sun card, that's the happiest card in the deck. It's all about abundance, all about manifestation. And so it's like a change in routine, a change in plans for you, Gemini. I feel like is the best thing for you. Ace of Pentacles. Now, this Ace of Pentacles, some people will also see the Ace of Pentacles as the sun as well, just because, obviously. Now, I'm gonna kind of go with this because I kind of appreciate, actually, Gemini, and maybe y'all will as well. Maybe I'm just a tarot geek, though. Done over 1,000 videos at this point, darling, so forgive me for geeking out over silly things, but there seems to be this consistent theme for you, Gemini, where it's just like pentacle here, stretch, right? Reaching, but just go along with it, Gemini. And then the pentacle here. So there's this constant theme of like a single pentacle being a presence in your life, Gemini. So let's talk about this, right? The Ace of Pentacles is referred to as the cornucopia. This is new opportunity being presented to you. This is one of those things that just being like, kind of like handing like you, like whatever it is on a silver platter, you just have to put in the effort, Gemini, and just grabbing at it, right? You have to commit to it. You have to be the Hanged Man in order to reap the benefits, right? You have to see something all the way through, right? So with this Page of Pentacles coming in, I feel like something changes up, Gemini. Now I'm going to go into a couple narratives, right? A couple storylines, darling. For some of you guys, I feel like this is a sense of a message where someone's going to be hitting you back up in this dynamic, right? If this is about like your social group dynamic, Gemini, I feel like someone's kind of getting a sense of being like, oh, something's wrong with Gemini. You're going to be receiving communication. And, you know, at some point, and, you know, with the Nine of Swords as well, I want to point out is like a bad dream as well, where it's like you end up waking up from it eventually. It's not all bad, right? It's just temporary. And so, you know, this could be very much so a situation where it's just like you have a group of friends, you're in an environment, and when you, like something happened perhaps, or nothing even had to happen, you just started having like lower self-esteem or lower self-worth for whatever your reasoning. It happens to all of us, Gemini, so don't feel like I'm chastising y'all. I'm not, darling. Girl, look at me. I struggle with it every single day. But I feel like almost as if communication is going to really clear up a lot of misunderstandings, because I feel like that's the main point here is misunderstandings, because I get a lot of feelings here, Gemini. I get a lot of feelings, I get a lot of assumptions going into some narratives without really communicating, if I'm going to be honest here. And I feel like for those that are resonating with this in a social dynamic, it's about communication. Now, this is about like job or finances. We can't neglect this with all this pentacle energy, darling, right? I do feel as if whatever it is that you're feeling in your workplace, and I'm not going to tell you like whether it's quitting or moving on to like whatever, right? Some of you guys may be focusing in on trying to give it a raise, trying to go up in the ranks, going back to school even, right? Maybe we'll see Eight of Pentacles, which is like the going back to school card. If you, what I just feel is if you have this idea, Gemini, of kind of switching things up in terms of your, whatever, how it impacts your finances, how it impacts your career. And I feel like that's actually going to be really profitable for you. It's going to be risky, obviously, when you take, I mean, everything has a risk, darling. I mean, you can't even take Tylenol without hearing like the 50 risks, right? So it's like everything all obviously has risks involved. So I don't want you to hear me saying risks and be like, oh, should I be watching out for something, Velka? No, I just feel as if, you know, it's one of those things. You're going into, stepping into new territory, right? Whatever this is, you're going into a new position to really reap the benefits. And I feel like it's going to really reward you. But enough of this babbling, darling Gemini. Let's actually see, how does this situation turn out for y'all? My friend, I asked my friend today when I was about to start reading the air signs, because he is also an air sign, and he chose this deck, Gemini's, because he's an Aquarian. So if you enjoy me using this deck, you can say thank you to my friend in the comments below. I would say his name, but I don't know if he wants to. Girl, you know, respecting people's privacy and all that, even though, like, you wouldn't know even through the name, but girl, you know I overthink things. So 7 of Wands, then the 2 of Wands, Wands, and one last one, 5 of Swords coming in here. So yeah, this is like a sense of where Gemini, I don't know why I just struggled saying that. Gemini, I do feel as if 2 of Wands, you guys are in this planning state. You guys are playing this waiting game where I don't know if you guys are waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for the moment, waiting to be noticed by the right people. I do feel this sense of waiting, but still planning, right? So I'm not going to go hard on you, Gemini, about not doing anything. Girl, that's aggressive. I'm not going to harp on you guys too much about taking action because I do feel as if you guys, there's a reason to this. It's not as if you guys, Gemini, are just sitting there and just be like, oh, twiddling your thumbs, being like, well, maybe next tomorrow, right? You guys have a plan. 5 of Swords coming in here. Yeah, overall in this spread, even if this is, I want to go back to the social dynamic, Gemini. Now, I know free will and all that, and it's going to be different for everybody, right? But I do genuinely just ask yourself the question, Gemini, if this anxiety that you're feeling, have you communicated with it with the others involved, if there's anyone involved? Because I really do feel like communication would just bring up so much clarity. So how I would approach this is like, try to have a conversation, and that one conversation, Gemini, if they're not going to talk about things or if they make you feel bad, that's when you know to cut them out, because that's not part of, like, they're not there for your long haul. They don't care about your feelings, quite frankly, right? If you and I are friends, which we are, honey, right? And you come to me or I come to you about something that's bothering me, and all you do is make me feel shamed for having these feelings, and, you know, being shamed about being human and having my own traumas and pain, they don't care, right? So just remember that someone that cares is going to hear your pain, see you communicating, and show that's you caring, and they're going to be receptive towards it, right? 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles coming in, a very happy family life, financial security, finding the magic in little things in life. So notice the financial security. Earth energy is Pentacles. So you've gotten a lot of Pentacles in this spread for you, Gemini. So really, as I want to say, even with that card itself as well, it talks about financial security, right? This really, it just feels like things are going to start becoming a lot more stable as the situation continues on during this week, Gemini. Now, keep in mind, I know it's kind of hard to really process it in that way, but it doesn't mean it's going to be rectified this week. It just means this is the direction that the energies are going in currently. So, all right, my beautiful Gemini, let's get into your spirit guide and ancestor messages today. Let's see what messages they have what guidance really they have for you today, Gemini. I'm going to be doing 3 cards like my usual. Let's see here. Ace of Swords coming in here. I like this. 9 of Wands. Libra got this as well in their spirit guide message. No, they didn't actually. I take that back. And then we have the 8 of Swords coming in here. Okay, Gemini, so this is where I'm going to have to be a little bit blunt with y'all, but it's all in the name of love, and I only am able to speak about it in this way because I understand it entirely, because I also have been in your position and probably will in sometime in the future as well, darling, right? Because again, we're human. It's okay to have feelings. But I feel as if, you know, with the Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands, and then next to the 8 of Swords, this is showing to me, Gemini, you guys are holding yourself back. You have a lot of great ideas. You want to do things, right? You want to be more extroverted. You want to put yourself out there more. But then something something made you wounded. And, like, you know, whenever you fell off that horse the first time, right, and you broke your arm, you're just terrified of going back into that, right? It almost feels as if, like, every time you're so close to something, Gemini, you start experiencing some PTSD from something in the past, and that really just starts constricting you, Gemini. Even, I mean, it makes sense even with the messages that I got at the beginning, Gemini, where I felt like some of you guys were just really internalizing and putting the fault on yourself, Gemini, about things going awry in your life. And I don't feel like you're at fault, Gemini. I feel as if this is just a situation of where you need to acknowledge that your past doesn't define you, Gemini, your past doesn't define you, and just because stuff happened to you in the past doesn't mean you deserved it, doesn't mean that you did something wrong to have that happen to you. Just, sometimes things just happen. Sometimes people are just crappy to us, right? And that sucks, because whenever you want like the best, you have the best intentions with people, and you just want people to be normal and they just can't manage to be normal, darling. It's a bummer. It's a buzzkill. King of Fire, King of Wands, focus, communicate with a vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So definitely, Gemini, I feel like there is someone that you can draw from to seek some insight with. Gemini, I do feel as if, again, it's like, notice there's that message of communication, Gemini. So obviously take this with a grain of salt if you're trying to leave like an abusive, like, girl, you shouldn't be going to tarot cards to figure out how to handle someone that's not treating you properly, first and foremost, right? But, use your discretion. But I do feel as if, Gemini, communication would just really rectify for a lot of worries for some of you guys. Communicating even just like the struggles that you're going through. All right, my beautiful Gemini, now let's get into how people are perceiving you this week. So how this is going to work, can be pertaining to your soulmates, twin flames, love, romance, friendships, co-workers, family, honey, right? It's up to you to rely on your intuition to see how this coordinates. I'm going to be talking about the attributes of this person and kind of the vibe that I get from them. And it's up to you to rely on seeing if it fits for anyone in your life. And it may not, and that's okay, Gemini, right? I believe this portion of the message is just there to reach for those specific people that need that extra insight. So don't feel bad if it's not part of the message, right? So let's get into this. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming in here. We also had it from your other Oracle deck. The Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles coming in here. Strong earth energy here. Now, obviously, it can be any sign. I don't like to go into like, oh, it could be this sign, could be this air sign, could be whatever. It's like, girl, it's a general reading. Hundreds, if not thousands of people are going to see it. The chances are it's going to be something, right? And eventually some people just list off all the zodiac signs anyways. And it's like, okay, girl, thank you. But I'm getting this vibe here. Very grounded energy, Gemini. This is somebody who I would say very well off, right? Very well off. Someone who I would even want to say they recently had about good luck, a streak of good luck, a good fortune. Chariot card coming in the back of the deck. So yeah, I feel like this person recently just came into a bunch of good luck, right? Whether this is or just overall stability. So this is giving me very much so. I want to do one more. Seven of Pentacles. This is very much so someone that's, I wouldn't even be surprised if they're self-employed. Very grounded energy. This is someone who's very routine. I did hear Virgo for some, but I would say that's kind of just more so exuding like Virgo traits than anything. But yeah, what are their intentions towards you? This person really is like... Six of Wands coming in. All right, darling, if you, girl, this is what you want to be having with all these Pentacles energy, honey. We have the Ten of Cups coming in here. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I almost want to say, Gemini, I like percentages, and I just saw a percentage for like 75% of you Geminis. I feel like this is a new person coming in here. Because this Wheel of Fortune coming in here, I feel as if this is like the gears that have been turning for some of you Geminis to bring forth a blessing into your life. And I feel like this is what brings it forward. Ten of Cups coming in here with the Ten of Pentacles also in this spread really shows to me a very bountiful, very fabulous, like this is fabulous, darling. I can't have anything negative to say about this. Ace of Cups, like this is new love. Six of Wands, this is public recognition, victory. Like really their intentions towards you, Gemini, is like an offer of love, is like an offer of connection, an offer of being like, hey, can we work together? Can we become friends? Can we connect, right? I get a strong feeling, Gemini, that someone's going to be coming forward to you that's very well off, or at the very sense they have a very sure sense of self and where it is they're going in their life, what it is that they're doing in their life, and it's going to be fabulous, darling, right? Absolutely fabulous. Whatever it is that they come in with, it's nothing but positively, positivity, nothing but abundance, nothing but just very positive. Girl, hook me up with them. What's up? Honestly. But Gemini, I love you so much. That's the reading that I have for you this week. If you enjoyed this tarot reading, let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe, honey, if you enjoyed this tarot reading today. And also, I do private personal readings, Gemini. I'll leave you a link down below, simplyvelka.com, if you'd like to check that out. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that just being Simply Velka, honey. And yeah, I will connect with you hopefully sometime in the near future, Gemini. I love you so much. Bye.